We're back for our peak live. Coming live from you while we're still in Calgary, but I feel like we're dressed for Panama. We're definitely getting excited. We're like 6 weeks away, 7 weeks away. Anyways, it's coming up quick. But today's not about Panama. Today is talking about a little bit going deeper into a topic that we love to talk about, which is one of the misused tools out there in the world space of the web, of digital marketing, attraction marketing that we love to talk about, which is Google Business Profile. Today we want to talk specifically about Google reviews. We're having a great conversation last week with a client of ours who we supported in getting up and running with Google Business Profile, right? Google Business Profile, yep. And it was very interesting because those of you that know me really well, as a coach, it's not about just doing the checkbox, right? So I I went and built my Google Business Profile. It's actually getting the tool to work for you, which comes with having reviews, right? Because the reality is data tells, but it's stories that really sell. And getting reviews and getting testimonials from clients and people you've worked with is so important when it comes to this. And so it's very interesting as a neuro coach, how we're talking with clients and having conversations about the importance of that, is the resistance that comes up around now, not just setting up the Google Business Profile, but now going to ask for reviews on your services, on your products, on your coaching, on your Google Business Profile. And it was very interesting, and it was a lovely conversation. One, it is a very humbling experience, right? To be able to read, right, reviews about people, of what people are saying about you, right? And yet our brain comes up with resistance, right? Our brain comes up with resistance because when we, one, reaching out to people, asking them for a review. Two, now the feedback you're going to read about them, from them. And three, just all the internal dialogue around what somebody has maybe said or feedback that's been given to you about Google reviews. So I'd love to actually ask Andrew because, he's had his Google Business Profile for many, many years and, even did a bit of a campaign, right, to really up the amount of Google Business reviews that you received. What was your experience in that, being, I guess, vulnerable and asking clients to read a review on your Google Business Profile?
Yeah, I'm guilty, as I'm sure many businesses are, of you do a project or a great service for someone or a company, and the project finishes up, and then things get in the way, and you just continue on with other work, and you sort of forget to ask that important thing of hey, how is the service? Would you be comfortable, happy to leave a review? Because they do really help. Especially small businesses, really differentiate and show up on Google Map Hack, so that so it's really important to ask for those reviews, even if it may feel uncomfortable. It's good to kind of figure out some sort of process to make it feel more just part of the process, and then you don't have to think too much of it. Because it's I went through a couple of years, I sort of just forget sometimes, and then so I made it a point of just going back through recent projects and reconnecting with some or connecting with those clients and say hey, I'm looking to get some more reviews. Would you feel comfortable leaving a review? It mean a lot, and I had a small spiel and whatnot, but it is important. Sure, the first couple can feel uncomfortable asking for things if you're not used to that, but it is really important. It's very important to ask for reviews, and accept those reviews. And when I say accept reviews, is that regardless of if it's a good review or a bad review or neutral, I guess you could say, it's really important to always not just read them, but to also acknowledge and reply to them, because it's actually it is really important, because Google it likes that. It sees it as one more way that shows that you're using their tools, that you spend the time replying to it. It shows you're active and all those good things. So it's A, it's really important to ask for reviews, and B, it's really important to review it. Even if it's as I tell my clients, even if it's a not so flattering review, I was sometimes things happen, and people are more actually are more willing to leave a negative review than positive review, unless you prompt them for the positive review, perhaps. But So you have to be prepared for those negative reviews that sometimes can happen, and you still have to address them and explain and try to you always want to address it and basically kind of like explain kind of like what happened, because if you just leave it and then someone come across your profile and see these like negative reviews that no one's like addressing, that's like not a good it's not a good look. So I always tell people, yeah, gotta reply, and address it, explain like, hey, sometimes stuff happens, so you gotta own it if it is your fault, or if there's miscommunication, that happens too. And so, but yeah, it's really important. Google reviews, asking them, accepting them, replying to them. It's a good practice. Every business, especially small businesses, need to make a focus.
And Andrew made a good point there, right? Like naturally, right? People are naturally more sometimes motivated to leave a review if something didn't go so well. So you have an opportunity to be in control of the reviews by asking those that you have served that you had a really great experience with, to ask them for a review. I'm noticing even in my inbox, businesses are sending emails being like, hey, did you enjoy your service? Do you mind leaving us a review? We have been getting in the habit as well after having a really great call or supporting with somebody with something, or as soon as we've wrapped up a project, I'd be like, hey, do you mind just taking a couple seconds, right? To be able to provide that. And if you collect a lot of, like if someone already gives you a lot of feedback, hey, thanks so much or something like that, you can actually support them in like pre-curating the review for them, being like, hey, these are some things I collected in our previous conversation. Do you mind posting this, on a Google review? The client appreciates that because you saved them some time, and it really is their words that they've shared, especially like a lot of text communication these days, right? You're able to sort of, collect reviews in that sort of sense, and then just have your clients, right, go back and leave the review. And I think this is in terms of like transition to talking about the importance, like, or the credibility of a Google review, right? Like it's really easy on your website to, because of course having testimonials and reviews on your website are really important, but it's really easy to modify them versus when you're using, in your social screenshots from a Google review or use the Google reviews on your website. It increases the credibility, right? Because it's coming from the actual words of somebody that left it versus, we hear it oftentimes where people will sometimes tweak the reviews, which, it makes sense sometimes to make it work. But the Google review is actual from somebody else's, right? It's somebody else's words. It's not using something that's, something else is curated to create that testimonial. And you want to speak a little bit more into that, like also why Google likes that as well, like even on a website, again, reiterating the importance of using Google tools.
Yeah, like it's any review is better than no review. So if you have to copy and paste, you got an email that's like a nice compliment and from a client, and they're happy for you to like post on your website. Use it. Like it's better than not having it, right? But like the next best thing is like if to use like any like Google reviews have been posted on your profile, and to embed it, like it's still like it's just one more sort of layer of authenticity, but like it kind of just shows that like if it's straight from the source, it shows like it's like, yeah, like it is real. Like most, like if you have any sort of testimonial, people will give you the benefit of the doubt unless it's like really obvious, and like that's not the case. But yeah, from my experience, like if you can embed it, great. If you can't, it's still good. I can understand like sometimes we've had to like tweak, refine reviews a little bit just to kind of fit, or just crop or shorten it a little bit to fit on a page, and that's okay. Like it'll still work. It'll still help you build that trust factor. Displaying that social proof that you do great work for people. So, but yeah, if you can embed it, great. But the most important thing is just like getting those reviews up and displaying them so that people can see that sort of basically that third party endorsement that you do the good work that you say you do. So.
And on the neuroscience aspect, right? Like the brain is primed to look for that trust factor, and that's what Andrew is reiterating there, right? So the brain, the reticular activating system is not the scapegoat, sorry, the gatekeeper of looking for the trust. And so when you have the reviews, when you are able to read a variety of different reviews, right? Not just seeing the 5 stars, of course, but looking and being able to really connect with the person and what they've shared there, that's going to support on an emotional level in the connection piece. Again, right? Data tells, but stories sell. And so, I don't know about you, but even last night, looking at Panama and looking for our first couple days and reading reviews of different hotels and restaurants. That's where people are spending their time. They're spending time reading through it and looking at, okay, does this sound like me? Does this look like what I'm looking for? Can this, the person who left the review, can they relate to the thing that I'm looking for right now, right? And so again, it's that emotional connection which increases the buyer and the person to take action to either want to learn more, want to work with you, or say yes to whatever you're selling, right? And one of the other, I want to talk a little bit about the Google Business audit that we did, because I was fascinated, mind blown by just little things that this audit is able to support you when you're looking at quote unquote competitors. I don't like to talk, it's the friendly competition, right? But some of the things that can support you with looking at improving your Google Business Profile.
With your profile, like the audit that we did, there's always small like tuning you can do to further optimize it. Like, most important thing is just spend the time going through the different, like, clicking on all the boxes and making sure those are filled out, making sure that your about section or your business description tells your story, explains what you do, who you do it for, and how you do it, filling it out as much as you can, using the tools, putting up pictures of, like, whether it's of, like, past projects completed, or of general pictures that'll support your business. You can also use it, to show like portfolio projects that you've completed. You can also use the posts in there to there's options to give updates through your business profile, and then using the tools like that can really help. Getting the word out of what you do, and it's just one more way. You just remember, it's not social media. It's only like a one-way communication. So you don't get replies from using their update tools, but it's still one more way to kind of get your word out, any events, what's happening in the business, but what key things are. And with both updates, but also with Google reviews, is that whenever you get whatever content you put in, the more descriptive you can be, the more explaining your service, that includes the services you provide, and and what that has accomplished, is really good, because it helps people, like Alex said, helps people kind of relate, hey, I'm in the right place. Will this company actually help me out or give me the service I'm looking for? So just always keep those things in mind. And one other important thing that I should mention with regards to Google reviews is that you can't. It's strongly advised not to incentivize your clients to leave reviews. If Google catches on to that, they don't like that. So you can ask politely, but putting incentivizing people to leave reviews, from what I've read and heard the story, is not recommended. But you just want to get, because the whole goal is to get real, authentic reviews to explain why you are a successful company, and why you do good work and can help people into the future. So,
and that kind of sort of sums up, right? The whole purpose of the reviews is really, again, to just validate how amazing and awesome you are, right? And as much as maybe the brain might have some resistance about going out there and asking for the reviews, it's much better about you having the ball in your court and asking for the reviews with people that you have a great relationship with, and that the service was really good and you help with the transformation, right? And I would say, with my neuro coaching hat on, it's also really great evidence to validate how impactful and powerful that you are with what you do, right? And so as much as there might be a little bit of resistance, my invitation is to lean into the resistance, commit to getting at least one new Google review this week. And if you're really curious to know a little bit more of the behind the scenes of what our Google Business Profile Audit will create and provide you more further direction, especially when it comes to a little bit the behind the scenes of seeing what some of your competitors are up to, and how you kind of compare and rate with them. Send us a quick message, and we'd love to support you with that. And we will see you on our next live in 2 weeks time. So go ahead, go get one, I'm gonna even 2 Google reviews, read them, provide a feedback and really, give yourself a little bit of a challenge of like how many Google reviews you can collect with the rest of this month, right? Really see what's possible. And I know, friends that have started to do that, they see the increased influence of people coming to them as well and want to learn more about them, right? So it's about using the tools and, again, collecting that evidence that what you're doing is amazing and that people really appreciate what you're doing. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.